By the time a man reaches middle age, life often feels like a series of compounding professional and family demands. He exists in a baseline state of high tension, where even small requests at home feel like a heavy weight. To handle the burnout, the default response is usually to check out. This manifests as hours lost to video games, drinking, or endlessly scrolling through a phone in a dark room. This creates a specific friction. A spouse might complain that while he is physically present, he is emotionally 1,000 miles away. A Vietnamese architect noticed this pattern and began proposing a specific physical intervention, a strictly defined 1.5 square meter space in the home dedicated entirely to tea. The architect frames this retreat as a deliberate strategy. By stepping into this specific boundary, a man attempts to process his own stress before it leaks into the rest of the house. This isn't just a table in a kitchen. The construction follows strict rules, starting with light. It requires slanted, warm lighting, a setup designed so a man can look at his own aging face and wrinkles without the fear that usually comes with a harsh, modern glare. The materials must be raw: wood, clay, and stone. These elements have already survived fire and time, providing a heavy, tactile contrast to the thin, stressful shine of a smartphone screen. These architectural notes specify that the seating must be lower than the knees. This physical drop is intentional. As the body lowers to the floor, the ego is mechanically forced to descend with it. Finally, the space requires a visual void: a blank wall, a simple plant, or a window looking at a neighbor's roof. This gives the optic nerve a place to rest, which in turn allows the mind to stop searching for the next distraction. These 4 physical constraints function as an architectural funnel. By stripping away outside stimuli, they create a space where the mind begins to drop its defenses and slow down. When a man sits in this space, he begins to move through 3 chronological layers of stillness. The first is ting thun, or physical stillness. We can see the mechanics of this first layer here. The highly manual, precise actions of washing the pot and pouring water give the hands a singular focus, which helps stop the body's restless thrashing. Next comes ting tum, or mental stillness. One of the architect's clients, a 52-year-old finance executive, used this stage to confront a difficult reality. He was projecting his professional anxieties directly onto his wife and children. By the second pot of tea, the internal arguments usually fade. This provides a 15-minute window to look back at the day and objectively judge if he was fair to his family. The rarest layer is ting ming, or existential stillness. This occurs when the tea has lost its flavor entirely, yet the man remains seated, simply observing his own breathing. In this state, he stops trying to fix the lives of everyone around him. He accepts his precise, limited role in the world and finds peace in simply being present. This internal practice eventually leaves the corner. It ripples into the rest of the house, changing the way he interacts with his son. The child receives a new visual lesson. Instead of seeing a father glaring at a screen in frustration, he sees a man calmly washing a teapot and waiting for water to boil. The child sees that masculine strength is found in self-mastery and quiet restraint, rather than volume or a constant state of busyness. This same architecture can be expanded to the marriage. Many of these tea corners are designed for 2, featuring 2 low chairs and a small table, surrounded by empty space. In a long-term marriage, intimacy moves away from constant conversation. The architecture leaves room for 2 people to share the quiet together. The tea itself provides no new answers. It offers nothing. But by stripping away the noise, the space leaves a man alone with himself. Through that quiet, he becomes the stable foundation his family needs.